The win in that effort last week. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Jets at 6-2 to start play. And they come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Allen here on the screen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now Allen. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Braylon Allen, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing. Love. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, there he goes left side. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards on the ground. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Love now. Short throw. He's got Kraft. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Here's 2nd and 10. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second and 9 now. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Henry up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That goes for a gain of 31.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
3rd and 2. Love with it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
The connection with his running back, Josh Jacobs.
A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
He's got it.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So here are the Jets now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He's going to air one out. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. In motion, the tight end.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will lead to a third and goal.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We're following the play here. Now we've got an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Love from the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. New York's offense back out there and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love. And incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Love. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Love looking to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to shake him off. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now a first carry here for their running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, a give to Davis. A tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll go down at the 28. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Inside give to Davis. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Jacobs. will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver, fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. They work now on 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's looking sharp here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It appears that the halftime gave him a little bounce. You know, came out, springing his legs. little pep in his step, and he's taking off and running really well in the third quarter.
Sometimes we talk about how guys don't want halftime to come, and some guys, they're happy when that break gets there.
You never know which way it's going to go. He's taking advantage of it in this one, though. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. And they're wisely just taking lead here. And this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a carry for Allen. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 68 yards. And the Jets have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
To throw now. Here's Love. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They now trail by 6. After that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter, what a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. The drive starts with a run by Allen. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Allen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
On first down, McCollum. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here comes second down at 5. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Here now, second and goal. He's back to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll run here on third and goal, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Here's first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Love will try with his legs. Breaks through the contact. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Time to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Jets won the toss. They'll get the first shot at finding a winner as we are back underway here in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now a first throw here in overtime. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's their big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 41.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On third down, Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Decision to be made on 4th and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But 4th and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 136 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. And that's complete to Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, Gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Love. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Love looking to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah.
MEH, man.